Bye-bye, Isaan home. Bye-bye, Isaan home. My 3-month Isaan home. Bye-bye. See you. Goodbye, Isaan. Goodbye, Isaan people. Bye-bye. It was fun. See you. I never thought I'd hear myself saying this, but I think I'm going to miss Isaan. Wow. Amazing, huh? So we're back at our local hardware store, probably for the last time. We only have a few more things that we're going to need to order from here, some finishing touches. Really, there's not a lot left now, so this could be the last trip we make. And do I feel bad about that? This place has sort of grown on me. I'm not going to feel bad about not spending money in this place, but we spent enough money that we're going to get one of our little tables that I talked about originally. One of these little cement tables we get. They said if we buy, I think it was 20,000 baht or something worth of product, we're going to get one of these tables. Now I'm not sure if we're going to get the watermelon or the, what is that? I think we're going to get at least one of those for free because we spent so much money here. Here she comes with the final bill. What's my final bill at the hardware store? How much do we owe? 1,100. Okay, 2,100 baht. And what did they say about your table? Oh, they haven't told you about the table yet. All right, we're getting finished up here. Wrapping. It's a wrap. Almost. See ya. We'll be out of here in a couple days. We thought we were going to have to do some blessing of the house, but Nat told me that you got to wait a couple of months before the monks come and bless the house. So we'll probably be out of here in a few days. We just got to finish hooking up the power for the solar, and we'll get into that a little bit later. First of all, I want to thank everybody for wishing Danoi a happy birthday. God, a lot of y'all wished her a happy birthday. That's really special. She loves it when I tell her, somebody wished you a happy birthday. So thanks a lot for that. That was fun. Let's talk about the doors first of all. This is an exterior door that goes out towards the kitchen area, a side door, and this is a laminate door. And we went with this laminate door because it's supposed to be water repellent or not be affected by water. And this is the side of the house where the water is going to run off and splash up on the door. And even if we have a gutter, the rain will come in at an angle and splash up. So supposedly this door will be okay when it gets wet. So we went with this door as an exterior side door. And then for interior doors, these are hollow core doors, and they're actually white that we've stained over to make them look like wood. And they already have like a wood texture to the laminate that's on the outside of it. So we went with these and stained them a light color because all the colors in the house are light. So we got two interior doors, a laminate door, and then I'll show you the front door. Windows we went with, instead of going with PVC, we went with aluminum windows. This is a local guy that makes these windows, so he came out and measured them up and put them in. They're sliding windows with tint, and as opposed to the Thai style windows that open or wood and they both open this way. As soon as we put these in, we cut half of the ventilation in the house off because only half of that opening now is available. For 500 baht, they'll make screens for these, but then we cut off this ventilation even more. So we didn't go with the screens, and they're going to sleep under mosquito nets, and that way we keep the ambient temperature as low as possible in the house. So those are the windows we went with, and I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 windows in the house. So those were the windows that we went with. Let's go check the front door. This is the front door, and the front door is a decorative door. Actually, it needed to be sanded. It doesn't feel like they sanded this. It needs to be sanded smooth. So they need to sand this and put another couple coats on. But we have a decorative solid door on the front door. How do you run your electric, and how much electric service will you have, and what do you do about air conditioning? Yeah, we have air conditioning today. Air conditioning is the natural ventilation. And remember, this house isn't for Nat and I. If it was for Nat and I, we would have a little more challenge with all this regarding air conditioning and electric service and everything like that. But we're off the grid. You can barely, I don't know if she could even zoom to the Salah way out there on the highway. But that's how far the road is that has electric. And so we're off of that road by like a kilometer or something, kilometer and a half, I don't know. I think it's 1 kilometer. There is no electric service run to here. So everybody that's off the grid goes with solar. And so that's what we did with this house. Now you notice we have plugs and we'll have lights. We have light switches and all that. And here, let me show you the breaker box. This is our breaker box, and you're probably thinking, well, if you went solar, why do you have a breaker box and plugs and switches and everything? And the reason is because one day they might run power out here, and if they do, we're already wired up with everything. Because we're doing solar, which we have in the other building that they were staying in, it's limited. Because really they buy everything fresh from the market every day, so they might go buy a bag of ice for some cold water or something and maybe keep a couple things cool, like a bottle, little bottles of yogurt or something like that. But basically everything's fresh every day, so they don't need, even though Nat would like them to have a refrigerator at this point, they don't really need it. And so it cuts down the usage of electricity. So really the only thing that's going to be run in this house are lights, which we have LED lights that we bought, an LED on the porch light, and 12-volt light that comes on at night automatically, some plugs to run fans at night, the pump for the water, and that's about it. So we're able to go with like about 300 watts of electricity. So what we've got here is this plug will plug into an inverter, and we'll go backwards from the usage all the way back to the source. So this will plug into the inverter and supply our breaker box, which supplies the plugs and the lights and everything. The inverter will be supplied power from 12-volt, I think it's 200 amp battery, amp hour battery. So that'll supply the inverter. So it goes from 12-volt to 220 volt. And then the sun will be captured by photovoltaic cells, which goes down into a charge controller. And all that will be right here. The charge controller, the inverter, and the battery will all sit here, and the wire will just plug into the inverter. And hopefully that'll all run. I'm going to test it out today, actually, to make sure that all this is going to work. I've never done it before. Now, the guy that did this before for the other building, I didn't know anything about solar at that point, so we had some guy do it. I call him MacGyver, and he made this box that's got a built-in fan and some kind of inverter, which I don't know how much it is, and plugs and fuses and switches and all this stuff, which it doesn't work very good. He charged sort of maybe a little bit too much for it. So we're going to go this route, and if this doesn't have enough power or we want to expand on it, we can expand on that and by just adding another solar cell and battery. And so there you go. And again, aircon, they don't use aircon. In fact, when the kids or something come to someplace that's aircon, they have to get under the covers or put coats on because it's cold. They're used to natural ambient temperatures, which does get hot sometimes, but they sleep with fans. There's a fruit I want to talk about at the house that I've never eaten before. A couple weeks back, I guess it was about a month ago, we did this fruit called, what's it called? Takap? Takap? Takop? Yeah, takop. Little fruit that I'd never eaten before until about a year ago. And they're really tasty little things. Well, Nat handed me this one like day before yesterday, handed me this thing, and I go, what is this? What was the name? It's a no-name fruit, but it was tasty, and so they're in Nat's parents' yard. We're waiting for some food. This turned out to be, is this Chop Tisu TImyT? Yeah, this is our favorite restaurant here. There's like 3 cooked-to-order restaurants in the town, and we started out with one. It was okay. Then we found another older lady, and it was pretty good, but we found this one, and this one's great. So it's our favorite. I'm getting pad sayu, which is stir-fried. Pad means stir-fried. Sayu means soy sauce, so it's stir-fried soy sauce, and this they use the wide noodles, and I'm getting chicken with that. And that one is how much, Nat? 30 baht? 30 or 35 baht? 35. Yeah, 35 baht, so like $1. Nat's getting basil, stir-fried basil, kapao gai, stir-fried basil with chicken, and that is 35 baht too, $1. And then a fried egg, which is going to be an extra, I don't know, 5 or 10 baht for that. And so that's going to be our lunch. Then we're going to go off and get some stuff taken care of so we can get out of here in a couple of days. How do you say?
พูดเกี่ยวกับบ้าน
พูดเกี่ยวกับบ้าน เกี่ยวกับบ้าน Talk about the house. เกี่ยวกับ
ผลไม้ด้วย
and ผลไม้ด้วย So บ้านเสร็จแล้วไหม
เสร็จแล้ว
It's got an echo เสร็จแล้วเหรอชอบไหม
ชอบมาก
ชอบมากไหมสวยไหม
สวย
Yeah. The wall สีอะไร
สีฟ้า
สีฟ้า outside
สีครีม
สีครีมใหญ่ไหม
ใหญ่มาก
ใหญ่มากสองอะไร
2 ห้องนอน
2 ห้องนอน1
ห้องโถง
ห้องโถง living room and ที่นั้น outside
หน้าบ้าน
porch
porch
is big enough to have a party on อันนี้ใหญ่มากเย็นสบายไหมดีไหมดีเนาะ
เปิดประตูนี่ลมแรง
Yeah. If we open the door, it's cooler. Good, the house is finished now. We finished the house, done. You're probably saying, well, JC, where's the kitchen and the bathroom? We'd already put in solar here to run the pump. And we had a pump put in, a well, so the solar ran the pump. Built the kitchen. Solar ran the lights in the kitchen. Built the bathroom. And the lights in the bathroom ran by solar. And so we had all the kitchen, the bathroom, the pump. And so we just needed 2 bedrooms and a living room. And so that's what we got.
ภาษาไทยห้องครัวห้องน้ำปั๊มน้ำ
Hang nam is the bathroom and the kitchen.
ห้องครัว
Hang kua. How come you're talking so quiet today?
echo
Yeah. Sounds really weird when we talk. It's loud because of the echo. And then the pump, what did you say about the pump?
ปั๊มน้
Pump water. Yeah. And we wanted to tell you about this fruit. What's the name?
ำค่ะ1
Kanu. And I looked this up before we did this, and the only translation that comes up is persimmon with sweet fruit. And I'll show you these guys. This is what it looks like. And I'll show you the tree, but that's what it looks like. And if you break it open, it's got these little smooth seeds. This one's not so ripe, but it's got these smooth seeds in here. And basically what you do is just squeeze out these seeds like that. See how the seeds squeeze out like that. And then you can eat the meat inside. Now, Nat said that there used to be a lot of these in Isaan, and now not so many. Tani mi nit noi lo. Tamai kong mai chop lo. But they're tasty little guys. Really sweet. And I've been here 17 years and nobody ever even offered me one of these. If I saw it on the tree, I would probably think it was inedible because nobody ever offered me one. But when you squeeze the meat out and eat it, it's really sweet. So I'll show you the fruit, show you the tree, try and get a significant other, a Thai person, to turn you on to these and taste them. It never ceases to amaze me, new things that I learn and I experience here even after all this time. So there you go. The new house and the fruit.
Bye-bye.
This will be our last video from here. Okay, so I'm going to give you the tour of the house. Check this out. Kids even have TV. Look at this. Wow. Pretty cool, huh? So, what we got is we got satellite TV, but we've got a solar system. Let me show you real quick. We have about a 200 amp battery, a solar array that puts out about 120, what do you call 120 kilowatts? Something? I forget. But anyway, 120 charge controller, and then everything runs through down from the battery to an inverter, which is only 300 watts, which is okay for what the solar array they have. And then it all runs through a main breaker to the plugs and switches. If they ever run poles and power, we're good to go with the breaker box and everything. We're ready to set right into the grid. And the bedrooms are all finished, as you can see. Done deal. Painted, ceiling with LED lights. This is why Nat and I were here, to complete this project, so it's done. I've been in Isaan now. How long have we been here, Tini? Almost 3 months already. Amazing, huh? But completed the project, so we're out of here. And I'll tell you, after 3 months of being here, most of the time, we came and went a couple times, but 3 months being here, I can tell you, Isaan's grown on me. I think I'm going to miss it a little bit. So, there you go. Done deal. Hope you've enjoyed the video series on Isaan and the building of the house. JC, Nat, and the family, see ya. Say see ya.
See ya. See ya.
Bye-bye. Well, I hope you liked our little glimpse into life in Isaan. Keep in mind that this was only representative of a little glimpse of what my life is like here, and not representative of what everybody's life would be like out here in Isaan. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to show you a little bit of what goes on in my life when I'm out here, and also what the cost would be of building a house similar to what we did, and some of the trials and tribulations of doing that. Now, if you come from a place in your own country that's a little bit more rural and rustic, you might fit right in a place like Isaan. You might feel right at home, kick back, chilling, just chilling. But if you come from a place where you want a little bit more activity and things like that, this might not be a place for you, although there's a good chance that you might end up visiting out here in Isaan. Everybody's got relatives, it seems like, out here. So if that's the case, I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. All right? Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, when it comes to hanging out in Thailand, there's always an option. See you, JC. Out.
Thank you.
Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.